Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again, Griffin. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. 3rd down, still 14 yards left. Third and long, it's Griffin. Over the middle, it's complete. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns have moved out in front. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And the Colts getting ready to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards on the play.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, 9 yards to go. They go play action. Griffin finding time. He's going to go for a big play. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big-bodied receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Come on, high.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. On second down, here's Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
To throw is RG3. Over the middle here to Coates. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Griffin on second down. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down. Quick pass play there on the slant. Charles works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Drake. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 6 there on first. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way. Way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play clock winding down. They'll try nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating. getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Now let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 34 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. So they're going to go for 2.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, Griffin. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Tom Hackett now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded at about the 28. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start.